All right, we'll just get this microphone situated here. Be nice and cozy. So, all right, guys, you on Ebony Republicans? Peace and blessings. Knew we shouldn't have messed with this damn mic, but I think we're good right now. All right. So before we actually get started here, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to be right with you. I wanted to make sure. Today's topic we're going to be talking about is, should Bud Crawford have snitched? Why didn't anybody say anything about it? Your thoughts on it? And what does that do to boxing? Did it hurt boxing any? Is this an issue? Give me 1 second, guys. We'll have it all set up for you here in a second. Next time we go to break, we'll be able to have some good old Kevin Samuels music or something like that playing. But I really want to know from the boxing world, what do you think? Terence Crawford really made some bad blood in a time when we're trying to bring boxing back, just so you know. So a lot of people are going to pull up and they're not going to know what's going on. And they're going to just take their sides based on what they hear, based on what they think, and based on the nonsense and the narrative that's out there. This is why it is very important for people like Max Kellerman, Andre Ward, and these guys to be on the payroll. Because, again, they help to muddy, unfortunately, the narrative. Now, for you guys who are catching up, I mentioned 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine is an artist who, in some cases, told everything. And the reason why I say some cases, because a lot of people feel he shouldn't have been in the gang to start with. So, did he tell? Yes. But, do you blame him? I don't know. It's not my business. I'm not getting involved. All right. So Terence Crawford, I don't want to hear myself talk. Terence Crawford gets into a negotiation. I just want to set the mood for you. You go on a nice date, right? She's coming over the house. You're cooking, chairs, everything neat, smell good, silverware, tablecloth. We're men, right? So man invites you over to his office, says, what you want to talk about? You says, well, I'm my own boss now. I'm not dealing with a friend of yours, Bob Arum. I'm doing me. I'm on my own, I'm working it, So out of respect for you as a black man, the man entertains you, knowing he never even dealt with Mayweather like that until he finished boxing. So here you are walking your baby nuts in my office and asking to see things that folks have. Now, you didn't invent the will. It's not like, this is what happens when black men go to college and then box. It has nothing to do with that. You just came in there on the goofiest shit ever. The saddest part about it is, and if you guys want to chime in here and get in this, by all means, I'm so sorry. You guys, you're on Ebony Republicans. Please make sure you Gmail me and you send me a description of what you're talking about. If you want to come on here and you're a Bud fan or a Boots, I would love to have you. However, we're honestly talking boxing over. We're not jobbing around. This is not, Methodist versus Presbyterian, Blood versus Crip, Popeyes versus churches. We're not doing that today. Do you understand? Lewis Briggs says, man, you sound crazy. Crawford is a fighter talking about a snitch. Okay, well, you stay right here and you can come up here and defend him if you like. Backwards ass thinking nigger. That's okay. It's a great debate. Now, you on Ebony Republicans, right, Chief? Okay, before we begin, guys, make sure you Gmail me at Ebony Republicans. If you'd like to check out our latest book, available on Amazon, Audible, Kindle, With your subscription, it's free for the Audible and $2.99 for the Kindle, and the paperback is $7.99, printed right here in Capel, Texas. I am the author and producer, publisher. Shout out to Elite Authors. All right. So also check me out on Spotify, Ebony Republicans. Okay. Now this guy puts a comment in here, and this is what I want. This is why we started the StreamYards. Just so you know, before I begin, I'm gonna show you what we do to Crawford. I'm gonna give this Lewis a jab, and I'm gonna tear that fucking body up, and I'm gonna let you go sit over there and talk to your staff about it. Now, he said that Crawford is not a snitch. See, I'm not going to attack his baby mama. I don't care. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time. I'm attacking your behavior as a businessman, your business acumen. That's what I'm after. I'm not these goofy ass niggas here. I got me a purple cup over here. Goddamn, shout out to the frogs. This guy, I love this guy. Don't beat him up. And we ain't got no march yet, so we're not going to get you up out of here. You know, it's the Republicans. You hear me? So Crawford goes into a negotiation with a guy who was also known in some cases as the original boogeyman, Al Heyman. Some people even made jokes on some Italian mafia shit like, yo, we never even seen this nigga. Is he real? Because he carries himself such professional, I mean, just such a model businessman to where people praise the guy so much. Y'all show us different. Every one of his fighters have always said he was a father, a mentor. He never said he was our business manager. Come on. Come on, you in church today, Chief. Don't run up out of here. Goddamn fools. Come on. Right? He has a good reputation. I'm not going to be the first, and I'm on Team Spence, and I don't do Al Bundy. I made videos on Al Bundy, which is also Al Heyman. I didn't like the way he let Mayweather come in here with this BLK. Now, look, I got to take my jacket off because we're going to start some shit today, ain't it? Y'all came to the right place, baby Paul. Shout out to all my YouTubers, all my content creators. Go Frogs. What a goddamn good game. You guys enjoyed New Year's. Just stop and take a minute. You had some fucking some good food. You had some good friends, right? You had some Crown and some E&J. You guys are big niggas out there, so you probably bust some bottles of Moet and shit. That's all right. Or you could be like me, go to Kroger's and get some goddamn wine, right? Mix that in with something else. Who knows what you did, but you had a good time, right? Watch that game. My lungs, my goddamn head is exploded. I was screaming. Niggas running that ball up the field like they running from the massa. I said, get it, nigga. I don't care today. We got all these good peoples in here. We're going to talk about, we're going to talk about Georgia in a minute. I'm sorry, guys. The moment is big for me. I've been with Spence for years. I've been with TCU for about 9 months. I'm a New Yorker. I ain't going to come to Texas and pick no team right away. Hell, just like I didn't pick a zip code. I could be 214, like them niggas out there, you know. Shit, I could be 718, nigga. I was 817 over here. You hear me? Funky Town, Fort Worth. You know what it is, my G. And y'all could talk about, oh, Spence is from New York. I'm from New York. So what? I've been in this hole over 17 years. My oldest child, I got 3 of them. Just so you know, one baby mama. They all was born in a good state of Texas, and I voted for Governor Abbott. I didn't say governor. I said governor. So you damn right, nigga. You on the right station. Let's get to it now. Now, Crawford goes in here with a guy who people think is a butt kisser anyway, Al Heyman, he an old buck dancer, old nigger, talking that old slave language. When truth of the matter is, he's just a good businessman. He don't get caught up in all of that, crap. We ain't gonna use no good words. He keeps a good relationship. Crawford comes out and says, me and Al had a talk. And Al told me this and Al told me that. And I told Al this and I told Al that. Al sat there twiddling his thumbs looking like a goof nigga. And Al, they didn't open the books. Al, slick ass up there grinning, getting all that money out the stadium. And he tried to play me and Bomac. Yes, Terence Crawford said that. Terence Crawford made it seem like Al Heyman is screwing the rest of those guys with no grease. You ain't going to do that to me. Now, we all said, including, I ain't going to call no names. I won't do that. But folks everywhere wanted to know what was that about. Why Al? How did that come about? If that wasn't enough, you tried to make it seem like Earl, the true Spence Jr., is out here getting high, getting drunk, and nigga won't even prepare for a damn fight. We don't need to know that, bro. We do our research. We know what Earl's out here doing. I'm in Texas. I know what Earl's doing. He's on that old farm. He's doing something with his kids. We know what Earl's doing. He's in that damn gym. We don't need you to tell us in Omaha what Earl's out here doing. He out here with them fucking chickens and cows or talking to Jerry or some shit. Nigga, you didn't think this was big money? And go over there with E Thriller if you want to talk about Crawford and bullshit. But I know what Bob Arum said. That little Jewish guy lying. That nigga ain't selling. And so now the WBO, they said, look here, we got to get this nigga to come up off this belt. That's what they want. So all of the people who know boxing, and wait till you see the thumbnail. Yeah, Bozy Ennis is in it. I got Ishmael in it too, because these are all people who can comment on Spence's resume. He's a stand-up guy. He beat our goddamn fighter, but we got respect for this here kid, and we think he's going to beat Crawford. Now, just think of it. These are the guys who know boxing. They sat up here broke as the devil. Their son trying to keep his ass out the streets and out of some of that good pussy. Because you know there's nothing but good pussy out there. I don't know why you act like that don't come with the money. You know as soon as you get a rap deal, a goddamn good publishing deal, good old book deal, huh? Get a good old label and whatnot, a good song. What happens? The girls come, right? So these men, they work with their sons in the gym, keeping them focused, teaching them about integrity, working on all. But wait a minute, did Crawford have somebody to do that for him? No, let's talk about it. We're going to talk about it. No, he didn't. Bomac picked up the slack. Now look at Bomac. Now, I'm not trying to disrespect Bomac. Bomac is a typical Negro that we are trying to get away from in our generational curses. A nigga who, like anybody else, knows what he knows and don't give a shit about anything else. And he's not disciplined. He's going to beat Terence Crawford on doing. I can guarantee you that right now. Bomac actually should be in the gym at the same time with Crawford. Now, y'all sat up there, like I sat up there and watched this nigga. I think, was it on Twitter or was it on Instagram? He sat up there and talked about the contract. Now, I'm going to quote to you Steven Espinosa, who I also got in the thumbnail. You'll see it when we finish this live. Kenny's up in there. We got old Bozy. He said he better not get he better not get started slow. Spencer, get you out of there. They all are saying it, but not the cartel. No. They can't have Timothy Bradley say that. Why? What's going on with Bud? Why does Max Kellerman want to help you? Is he doing Bob Arum a favor? What's going on? How does everybody come out and even start to say stupid shit like Earl is juicing? He's got some crap on his gloves. He's doing steroids. Come on. But let's get to the horse's mouth. I should actually play it. Crawford is saying that Al Heyman was bullshitting him. He was lying to him. He offered him this and he offered him that. He offered him this and he offered him that. Most people don't even know Al Heyman can talk because that's the way he carries himself. He's a family man. In fact, Bud Crawford, just so you know, come on, stop. We're going to fight. Come on, no. We done talking. Stop. You know what Bud said? He said, when I called Al Heyman, he told me he couldn't really meet with me right now because he was with his mother. We didn't need to know that. Are y'all with me? Nobody ain't never heard about his mother. What is you doing? Listen to the words of Steven Espinosa, a guy who is the face of Showtime boxing. And if he doesn't do anything else in his life, his resume is clear. He can go on and be a governor and do whatever he wants. He's out there on Showtime. Do you know what Showtime is? Showtime has been around since I was a kid. We used to want to order that so we can watch, Edward Scissorhands or, WrestleMania or whatever, things like that, This is a big company. This is not no little, BLK Prime. They getting mad now. I know they probably going to send the links out now and go tell people, oh, that nigga up there, Ebony Republicans. He up there talking crazy. He talking about Terence and he snitched. Terence snitched. He damn sure did snitch. Now, Cambosis tried to accuse Haney of some shit like that. Haney ain't do that. Terence Crawford exposed what Bob Arum said to him. That's not our business. The things that Bob Arum was doing, that's not our business, especially if you're going to drop the goddamn suit. You could have kept that in your business. He tells us what Al Heyman says about his family and the things he can't do and the office he's not going to accept. And his reason being is because this is his fight. He's not accepting no third. These is Crawford's words that Al said to him. None of Al Heyman's words, not even a soundbite, should come from your mouth. So people don't take that and add that onto a whole goddamn paragraph and say, see, Al is on some bullshit. And ain't nobody ever said nothing like that about Al. Nobody's ever said nothing like that about Al. Eddie Hearns never said what Al told him. I've never heard the guys who don't even like him say, none of the boxers from any of the weights, I'll be on that whole shit. The only niggas that do shit like that is people like Adrian Broner, who actually left while he was an alcoholic. We don't know if he was doing any perks or not. I hope not. Don't tell me what you know. He's got sense enough to sign with Desmond or whoever they got over there at BLK Prime, and he misses a fight because he's going through mental conditions. Begging Mayweather for money. Don't act like he ain't doing that. Stop. Nobody out here trying to play Broner, and we hope he gets some money. I said he's going to sell more than Crawford. He's got a big mouth. He'll sell more than Crawford. They'll hype this fight up. Who's Lewis? Lewis Briggs. He says, man, you sound crazy. Crawford is a fighter. Talking about a snitch. So why isn't Crawford fighting? Backwards ass thinking nigga. Now, he's saying Crawford is a fighter, but why are you negotiating like you're a promoter? That's not your place. Now, this is sad that I got to keep doing this. You get industry. If you're an NFL player, a rapper, you make movies, you have people who speak for you. If you're the president of the United States, you have people who you have to turn your business over to. If it's families or you hire the people to do it. This does not mean that they control you. It means that there are certain things that you cannot cross together, like oil and water, because people are going to complain about it. So if you're Crawford and you're talking about he a boxer, why are you up there talking to Al? Ain't nobody else talking to Al unless they out of business and they doing talks with Al Mayweather. And that's why they talking with Al. Other than that, you don't hear nobody talking with Al about what? What you talking to Al about? Now, if that's the way Eddie Hearns fashions himself and the way Bob Arum fashions himself and everybody else, that's fine. The way Golden Boy do things, that's okay. Most of these guys was in some way either a fighter or they're young and they're, they that's what they do. They got to promote. Eddie Hearns has to be out there. Just so you know, he's holding down Europe. We have to know what he looks like because we're not going to know Europe at all. In fact, he's been the face of Europe other than, Tyson Fury. But it is a fact. Terence Crawford snitched about his professional conversations that were confidential to the point, in fact, where Showtime, Steven Espinosa, their spokesman and business representative, he comes out and says, Terence Crawford are in the middle of negotiations with us. He didn't say PBC, and he said us. Just like Boots doesn't have an exclusive deal that you heard about with PBC. He fights with PBC and gets advised, but you heard he signed a deal with Showtime, meaning that's a whole different deal. State tax and federal tax, two separate entities. Do you understand, Lewis? Now, my voice is a little out, but I'm going to still try to help good Negroes like you. Out in the field, angry, mad as you had to pick up all of Terence Crawford crap and make excuses for him. The man told, he lied about the contract and what was in it. No one asked him to do that. So Spence to come out and Showtime and say that's not true. We never had no date lined up with Terence Crawford. I don't know why he goes around acting like the fight didn't take place there. That's why he moved on. We never had that negotiations. Steven Espinosa said, we were blindsided. And I told one guy, he shitted on Showtime. He ain't said that. He just said he blindsided them. Guys, I'm not doing this with y'all. So anybody that's listening right now, I believe I dropped that link down there. I hope I did. And again, please, I'm doing my best to figure this thing out and try to get things situated for you guys. So please just give me a moment. We'll get this all straightened out. But Steven Espinosa says, we were blindsided by Terence Crawford. Now listen at this. If you and me got cool off of YouTube, and I invited you out here, we got together with some good niggas, and we had a few drinks, a couple big niggas and everything, and we go to the damn fight, right? Couple of guys, couple of good fucking guys, right? We get together, we're gonna have hot dogs and everything else. We're gonna have a good time, you know. Bay Paul and them out there chilling, you know what I mean? And whatever happens at the end of the night, you get on live the next day and you say, I blindsided you with some shit while you was out here in Texas or doing business with me. You and me was working on an LLC and you said I blindsided you. What does that mean? It means I did something that is very poor character. And it is not something that you pride yourself on as Showtime or business ever done with any boxer or entity that will not negotiate in good faith. At least tell us when they had enough and they want to leave from the table. You don't go away and do other things and then we hear about it. Why does Showtime have to say stuff like that? I don't know where these dates are coming from. I don't know who's putting this out there, but we've never talked about these things. You never heard Terence Crawford deny that he was running his mouth because he was. Now I'm gonna put this out there too. Blue Bloods, and you guys were mad at him. I didn't get into it. Go find a video where I said anything about Blue Bloods in terms of signing with BLK Prime. Didn't say a thing. Y'all didn't. I listened to every single bit of it. I'm sitting up there like, well, here you go, right? Now, guess what I was saying? Y'all making videos out there. Y'all coming at Blue. All y'all building your channels. I ain't mad at you. Get yours. However you got to get yours. Get yours the way you get yours. I'm not in the middle of this. I'm Ebony Republicans. I'm over here doing me. You understand? Now, I listened to y'all talking about Blue. I took a different approach, and I'll stand by this. Blue Bloods sold the majority of the pay-per-views for Terence Crawford. The only reason, just think of it, a whole app that signs Terence Crawford. Just think of that. Think of what he should be, not what he is. Crawford should be a big fucking guy. He's on ESPN. You got anybody in your family on ESPN? He's a big nigga, supposedly, right? Why is this big guy with a smaller platform than Blue Bloods? And Blue Bloods have never been an industry guy. He had main fights sitting in the front row and all that other kind of stuff. He probably going to be doing it now. But Blue sold most of Terence Crawford pay-per-views. He told the majority of his followers, go back and listen. How many followers does Blue got? Just think of it. How many followers did Blue have? Just think of it. And how many people you think were signed up already for OK Prime? Go ahead. I'll wait because y'all got the right one today, baby. You got the right one today, baby. Just do the math. Look at Blue Blood's subscribers, and then look at BLK Prime, what they started with when this first got started. Terence Crawford, you can say, well, he's got a big following. Where? You didn't see his Instagram, this, that, the third. Let me explain something to you. Whatever number you have divided by 3, some are detractors, some are haters, some are trolls, and a small portion is your fan base. I know I got some people. You don't feel free to put amen in the chat. If you're listening, I'm sure you like, because we got a smaller channel. We got to get up there with these guys because our voices got to get heard. Yours do too. Guys, if you would like to chime in, please hit the link. If you can't, let me know if there's an issue with it, and I'll try to figure out what I'm not doing, okay? So, guys, we're in on the 147. We're talking about Terence Crawford. Why did he snitch? What was the purpose? Did he damage any relationships? I think he did. I think pay-per-view don't trust him. I think Showtime don't trust him. I think PC don't trust him. I think Man Down Promotions don't trust him. Now, Ishmael Silas and Kenny Porter, I'm throwing some names out there. Let's match them against Antonio Tarver, Roy Jones. Just listen. Don't say that these guys don't know boxing because they didn't fight. Stop. Bozy Ennis. Let's just use these three guys here. Ishmael, Bozy, and Kenny. They're all in Spence's favor. Now, two guys, fighters, relative, friend, lost to him in brutal fashion. They went through the mill. One even went to the hospital. Udani Zugas had a couple of things fractured on him. Hell of a guy. Like Derek James said, he's a real guy. Goddamn swimming across the ocean to get to America so he can fight to put food on his table and his beautiful goddamn wife. He's a good kid. I respect Udani. I respect Thurman. This is real fucking boxing. They don't like shit like this. They like talking about goofy shit. Huh? Disco ball on. All these different colors. Let's just stick to blue and red. You know that's what boxing usually is. The blue corner, the red corner. We got Terence Crawford. Now, again, Bozy, he ain't fight him yet, but he respects Spence. And when they asked him, did you watch that fight with David Avenatti? He said, well, yeah, you know. He said, well, come on, man. He could have fought us. Who said that, Bozy? He could have fought us. When they asked Bozy, I could play it, but we'll get to that at some point. We'll get all set up here. Get our panel right. He says, Bozy Ennis, he says, I mean, come on, man. We've been asking for that fight with Terence, man. We've been asking for all these guys, man. He said, but if he get in there with Spence, he said he starts slow. He said, Spence going to get him out of there, man. He said, and Spence better not drop his mouthpiece on Terence because he'll get him out of there. But the honest facts is that these are guys who are qualified. They're sitting on prize fighters. The next supposed Roy Jones, Udani's beat Terence twice. Talk about it was the amateurs. Why you think Savannah Marshall got a beat down by Clarissa Shields? Because she made her entire career off, I beat her in the amateurs. And people said, well, shit, she beat us. You don't want to beat her. We wanted to see it. And they finally, the day of the fight, Clarissa said, I'm going to put to bed that amateur shit. I'm going to box you up. And listen, Savannah Marshall gave her that work. That's my girlfriend. Boy, I like Savannah. Savannah, she bought that life. She didn't win. She went up against the GOAT. Put some respect on Clarissa. Now, she done sparred Earl. She said, that nigga different. That nigga strong. He do shit that I ain't never seen before. He has this special move that no one sees, but those that know, and that's Kenny. Kenny see it? Spence, now, when he fought Sean, just so you know, guys, Spence, he got an accident right after. He had some shit going on. Spence wasn't in his right mind. Who knows if it was shit in the street? Who knows if he had a sip earlier? Who knows if he was having issues with his girl? We know that wasn't Spence. That's why his car flipped over. And I don't mean no disrespect to Spence. I didn't see Spence that day. Did see him at Danny Garcia. He was back. Haircut, looking sharp, clean. He ain't fooling around. Keep short brief like he used to. All that party and shit died down. If this guy would have fought Boots, Sean Porter, and he was in his right mind, he would have did him dirty, bro. He would have broke something on Sean, in my opinion. Or it would have just been a way more interesting fight. Now, Sean Father, he knows, like Carissa Hill, Spence has this thing that he does, right? When he throws a jab, which is a freaking dagger, the best and strongest jab at 147, possibly 154, 135, ain't nobody got a better jab than Spence. Spence throws this dagger jab, right? Now, you're happy to get the jab because you know he's a body snatcher and you know it's coming at some point. And the person who tries to take away his realizes if I'm going to leave the body open. This is what makes Spence so fundamental and dangerous. You can't take away the jab because the body work going to come. You try to take away the body work, the jab going to come. The cross, the hook, the counters, the wailing off. So it's how you want it. This is what Spence does. I'm going to whoop you every round because I'm the fastest starter. I have the highest punch percentage. Go get Crawford's fans and get your asses up here. I have the highest percentage right now. And my work rate only increases as the rounds go further and further and further along. Spence has a way of throwing a shot, a punch, jab, body, cross, or whatever. And in that punch, he's hitting you into a certain direction. He knows once his power pushes you there, whether it's an inch or 4 inches, will determine whether you get broken, knocked out, or just feel my power. He throws that first hook. I'm going to say this to you. Pow! The guy blocks, right? But it's so powerful, he takes 1 or 2 steps left or right. Mostly Spence know you're going to go left. Before you finish planting your foot where he just put you at, Spence is coming in with the next brutal assault. So just understand this. I throw the jab. You're going to move and pivot and do whatever you're going to do. I know you're going to do that because of the way and angle and the power I threw the jab with. Now, the moment you go to register what you think I'm doing, here comes the body, back to the jab, foot, push you along with my body to this place right here. Because right there, I got 4 combinations set up when you move. So Spence is a fundamental guy. 2-3, 2-3, 2-3, 3-3, 3-3, 3-3, 1-2, 1-2, 3-3, 3-3, 1-2, 1-2, 3-1-2, 3-1-2, 3-1-2, 2-1-2, 2-1-2, 2-1-2. He is so coded correctly and accurately. This is why people like Sean Porter, along with the brothers, not Andrew, the Antoine brothers, he told Sean, nigga, you crazy. He said, Spence, Crawford, go look at the interview. He said, Crawford going to be perfect for 12. They go, Sean Porter, you ain't lying. Why you couldn't say that from the beginning? Because you know what Spence is coming in there with. You know how he coming. This will be the first time, whether Bud wins, lose, or draw, you're going to get hit like you've never been hit before. This is the first time people are going to say, oh, ooh, damn. All right, Bud back in there. Okay, Bud. Bud ain't that. But Bud going to get hit. That's all I've been trying to tell y'all from day one. And the same thing I'm trying to tell you about Boots. These boys are going to get hit. Now, what you do with those hits will tell us who we thought you were and who your fans been saying you are. Because we know, I've seen Sergey Lipinov. Oh, he touched Boots. I ain't seen that before until now. And his father said, man, you better come on now. Don't get in there playing with this guy. Get this guy out of there. Because he rocked Boots with no power. Like David Avanesians clocked Crawford several times with no power. Crawford took that fight because you didn't know about it. I knew what he was doing about it, like you didn't know who the devil Obama was. We seen what the hell he's doing. We know we're 10 steps ahead of you in that damn app. You know, come on. You can fool these Negroes, us. You wanted somebody who would relentlessly come forward, who had a heart that didn't believe that they could lose. That guy really believes. That Armenian guy, David Avanesian, he's really fighting. See niggas like him and Udanis Ugas, these are niggas are fighting for a whole country, man. They got a whole different passport, man. These niggas is the truth, man, to their people. This guy honestly believes that he could do something to Crawford. Well, we all knew better. Good try, buddy. You know, the machine you go and punch. This guy's only about 10 pounds soaking wet. We know you're not. Come on, just let the next guy go. Right? That's what happened, isn't it? But Spence is going to come a lot, way more. First of all, you shouldn't even use that guy to measure up. I got a lot of things to say, but I don't want to get you guys all confused because I know how y'all get. Y'all get lost in the sauce and start talking crazy. Because see, certain things with me, I just don't understand. Like, for instance, Pacquiao. I didn't hear it out of his mouth, but people like Blue Bloods and everything talking about he won a fight with Spence. I didn't hear that, but oh well. I know he wanted to fight him in the past. But let me ask you a question. Why don't you go back and ask these Dugas? I don't know how guys walk out And maybe it's cheap to do it now. So what? Get my fucking shit back. Why doesn't, since you want to fight Spence, why can't you give a rematch to Thurman? And I guarantee you, Pacquiao will do it. There's so much to talk about boxing, but y'all rather talk about Terence Crawford crazy ass. Boxing is back, baby. Can any of y'all in the chat right now tell me why are we not talking about a Thurman rematch with Pacquiao? I got to avenge my loss. I don't give a shit if you got a belt. Nigga, you still boxing. Give me a scrimmage. I'll take it all. But we're not getting that. And that's why with Thurman, yeah, we'll take the fight. We'll kick your ass and get you out of here, man. But I don't, Crawford, you lose to this man twice in the amateurs. You know it's an instant payday. I don't care if he lost to Spence. People are still going to pay. And I guarantee you, Danny Ugas to sell that fight. They'll have real pay-per-views if he fights Danny Ugas. Why are we not talking about that? Well, Danny's ain't ready. They said he ready. Even if you wasn't going to fight him, you could have did what Javante did for us. Tank said, I'm going to beat this nigga, who's a good fight, and then I'm coming to beat you. Why couldn't you tell us that? I'm going to go get you Danny's. If I catch him before he retire, I'm going to beat him. I'll give him that fight. We don't hear none of the WBO talking like that. WBA don't want that work. I'm tired of y'all. Come on. You guys playing games. They don't want that work. Y'all know it. What my man Roy said. Lovely vibes coming from Ebony Republicans. Facts. Another comment says, amen. He better not drop that mouthpiece. That's exactly what he said. He said, you see what I'm talking about. You're so unbiased. That's what boxing should be. We are supposed to be talking team stats. I don't care if that's your team. You're the Rockets. Well, the Mavs are better than you. It's okay to say that. The Knicks suck. I'm from New York. I'm not a hater. I'm telling you what it is. Goddamn Mets is in the trash. Jets doing okay, but look, it is what it is. I got to say how it is. I got under Spence's ass. I said, hey, he needs to give up that damn IBF, nigga. Come on, or fight him. Come on, big homie, fight him. Come on, let's do it. Oh, he don't have to. He don't need to. No, fuck that. It comes a time when you get tired of this shit, man. I'm tired. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all don't see this jab, nigga? Y'all don't see this body work? This nigga, see, I miss the good old days. You know, in basketball, where it was just pretty basic. They were skilled, but it was just that old 90s basketball. It wasn't a lot of dribbling, right? Then we got into the rucker shit and the new age, and niggas is dribbling all over the goddamn Speedy Claxton and them niggas. They sat niggas down like that in the NBA. Send you back to the goddamn D League. It's cute. All that switching from side to side, softball orthodox. That's all right. But niggas is always going to love Tim Duncan and fundamental basketball players and teams. That used to be. And the Bulls was the most shiny, polished one next to the Lakers. A fundamental, solid team. And then Tim Duncan and the Spurs. Simple layups, Chief. Y'all do all that razzle-dazzle shit. A simple hook. A simple goddamn free throw. A high percentage shot. It looks boring, but look at the score. Spence is simple, to the point, and somebody's going to get hurt. That's what we're going to get. We know he's a body guy. And we know he has the best jab. Whether you're neutral or not, this is what you believe you're going to get from Spence. With Crawford, you got your fingers crossed. We know he's going to win, just don't know how. And when he does something crazy or whatever, like with Gamboa and whatnot, and that other Russian guy who clotted him, and, he comes back and, that wasn't nothing. Crawford is there. Okay, pow. Now, I'm telling y'all, when that power is in Spence, and Spence going to hit him more than that and more stronger than that. Ooh, these niggas starting to think about it now, huh? Ain't it? Earl be on the farm. Y'all niggas know what these country niggas. I'm from New York, too. I ain't no country nigga. I eat my cornbread, nigga. But them country niggas, you know what to say in there. Them niggas is like a fucking ox. That nigga got a chin, bro. He got a jab, bruh. He got body work, bruh. His work rate pick up, bruh. This nigga is the truth and he not playing, fam. And you keep talking, fam. You know at the press conference when you look at me, you know you in a fight. You look your tongue out and smile. I ain't even gonna crack on you. Just looking at him straight up in the eye. Nigga done died in a car accident looking at this nigga sitting here playing with Bo Mack and them. Like we not from Dallas. Like we not finna get in that. We might slap the fuck out of you. But we don't want to do that because you know you no, I ain't fighting him now. All right, chill. Just keep it professional. You know, we with Jerry Jones in them. You know, we with goddamn Showtime. You know, we're gonna act presentable. But the point of the matter is Terence Crawford is a snitch. And you just ruin things for boxing. They're not gonna want to talk with average guys, smaller promotional corporations and whatnot, okay? Because you blew it. You never talk about these things. And then there was this thing where we didn't know if Crawford said it, or did he say it, or who said it for him. And Bernie the Boxer said it, and Bo Mack said it, and he said it. Listen, if any are a boxer, give you Demetrius Andres, who's another character, I'm gonna start calling this shit out. Fuck about no Dimitri. Nigga, I fucks with Canelo Alvarez. Fucks with Bevel. Get out of here with that shit, man. Nigga, you looking pretty with your fucking dreads, nigga, and your hat looking clean, nigga. Let's get some boxing, homie. Get your ass in the gym. We don't want to hear shit from you looking like you at the thing with the money. Stop playing with us, fam. And Adrian Brown, don't put no fucking jewelry on, nigga. No Cartier glasses, nigga. Stay humble, chick. You ain't got no money. Stop. We already know where you are. Start doing that shit. Oh, I'm back in the front row. I'm here. I got my chain on. I'm back in this. I didn't need Floyd. Al Heyman, that nigga's a piece of shit. You was pillow talking too. Both of y'all running together. Now what? They didn't think I had that. Talking about you deaf, snitching, tripping. Bill, and them listening to this nigga, you know, Haney and them saying, man, this nigga Adrian. That's why BLK Prime just really hired you, not because they thought you could do anything, but you're gonna start some goofy shit. But you're gonna give for the content creators, we love it. Right now, if somebody comes out and says anything, Black Clubs, you know, David Benavides, yeah, good deal. Spence say some shit, we there. Javante, shit, we there. Let Terence say something, we there. But now Adrian Broner say something, we there. We want to hear what that nigga, we know he going in like Jaguar. He's trying to, you know, reveal the industry. Oh, you know. And so don't tell me that Crawford wasn't snitching too. Nah, Chief. Nah. Not going for that. This should have never occurred. And I hope this doesn't destroy things in the future for other guys who might be a real boss, may have a real LLC, real man down promotion and things like that. Real fighters, not that they back and supporting that the nigga, this is my nigga right here, Frank. What you mean? His ass almost up there already. Okay. Niggas want to fight him now. They chiming in on him. And the nigga about to make more money than Terence Crawford. What? I might not even fight you. You might got to go after little fish. Come on. Y'all don't like that money talk. Some goddamn water here. They don't like that. They want to keep talking about his alcohol. Keep talking about what bitch he's fucking with now. Is he gonna go to court? Y'all like that shit to happen with Javante too. Shout out to Javante. Grown ass man. God damn it. Just keep it boxing. Stay out of niggas' personals. We need to chill with all of that. Welcome to my stream, y'all, guys. This is my second ever streaming on with a small channel. Just imagine, right? And we're still doing decent numbers to have a small channel. You see the comments. We are trying to keep it as down the middle, and that's how my politics is as a Republican. Only reason why I'm Republican, nigga, because I believe in the border and I believe in guns. You heard? And I believe in having control over my children. The school and all that, the government and shit like that, no way. You teach no transgender sex to my child or even regular sex. We'll determine that. Get the hell out of my school with that liberal shit. That's the only reason why I'm a Republican. and a damn Emancipation Proclamation, 1863. That's the only reason why I fucks with the Republican Party. Those are my main principles. They believe in the Constitution. So if it says the Second Amendment, you'll never hear no damn Democrats yelling out no damn amendments, because you ain't got no amendments. Nigga, give me your license. What you mean, Chief? I'm a whole patriot. Did you suspect me of a crime? Other than that, I don't answer no questions. What you mean? Just bring it down a little bit, because they must have thought they was playing with somebody here. Now, if I'm Terence Crawford, I would go behind the scenes and I would apologize to Al Heyman. On God, seriously, on some real shit. Get Adrian Broner. His ass couldn't get signed if he win the next 3 fights. Nobody wants Adrian Broner. He's a problem. The problem, Adrian Broner. He's a whole issue. Okay. The guy gets in goofy shit with the law. Not even, domestic violence shit. Your baby mama tripping. She fucking on all these new hoes. And you got, she tried to slap you. So you had to just kind of rough her up, slap the bitch. Fuck her too, make up, deal with the bullshit. You know how that goes. Come on. We living in the America or what? Huh? We just got a bullshit. Now, we're going to beat the hell out of Crawford in June. I believe we're going to wrap up negotiations in April, where it will be announced clearly. We said we were going to spin the block. That was the second X. Goddamn Fort Worth and this motherfucker, the goddamn frogs. I took the frogs all the way here. And y'all still doubting my motherfucking gangster here. Take no prisoners. That's right, Dimitri Andre. Come on, Roy. See, Roy's going to be on the panel with me. Roy, I already see who I'm going to be fucking with right now. Now, taking no goddamn prisoners. Boxing for the 2020 will be arguably the worst year ever, mainly because the goofy interference. There was no need for all of these commentators to come out and say anything against Spence. They should have kept it brotherly and said, okay, here's a guy. We don't like what the hell he's doing. We think he's doing this, but we don't know. So we'll try to give him the benefit of the doubt. You don't say, yeah, man, I don't know what's wrong with him, man. You can't do niggas like that. Andre Ward, like you actually was there with Bud. You went up there with him and Al. Or you was waiting outside. You heard this shit like, oh, come on, man. Al, why you doing that? You act like you was there, son. Take some goddamn champagne and shake that bitch for fucking Stephen A. Smith. I was doubting this nigga here. I like Stephen A. They thought he was fucking with Molly. And then if you was, Christ, you my hero. Because that's a good white woman. Don't have me say nothing on Molly, boy. Eat that like, eat you up on that one for it, buddy. We can talk about that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, Steve kicks Mac's ass off the fucking show. Get your ass out of here, buddy. I need you to try to be fucking black, pal. Just enjoy yourself. Because he tried to play Steven. Remember that? He kicked his ass off. He said, man, you're more blacker than, anyway, whatever, Max is a whole guy. He's a weirdo. Get your own shit together, Max. He's making money, so I can't get Max. But Max, you'd be bullshitting. You don't even know why you helping Crawford. You don't even know what's going on. Why would you do that? But that's what I like it. Matter of fact, let's stop that. Excuse me. Correction. My nigga Max says, okay, you want to break away and do your shit? You don't want to be under this nigga. This big nigga over here, Steven, you got something to say. You're a white guy. The hell can't you say something? It's controversial. All right, bet. But let's take a bow to Steven. Hey, get this nigga up off our show, goofy ass bitch. We got a whole narrative going on, fam. Now, I'll tell you what. Steven's been critical of Spence, but he's also been pretty fair. He mainly says he doesn't know why the fight can't happen. He takes Crawford in a fight, but he thinks it's a 50-50 fight. I respect you, Steve. Steven, I'm going to tag you into Stephen A. Especially about Molly. I hope you listen to that part. Jesus Christ. No, I'm just kidding, because I don't know if they got relationships or whatever. But that would be my couple right there. I do Molly for sure. On God, bro. I do a lot of the sisters up in the corporation. The corporation. Goddamn good video, by the way. So Terence goes up and talks to management, the lower basketball gods. And then he comes and tell us what Al is doing. He made it seem like Al was in a station wagon, picking up groceries and taking to his sick mom. That's the way it read to me. Why would you even mention that? And I know I could have so much more to say if I just even wanted to listen to the interview. It was so disgusting. I saw what it was. Just like the Black Panther, disrespect to the Black Panther, because they censoring people out there, especially that good old black woman who said she wanted more men in there. Good old black woman, good seasoned coochie. Seasoned coochie. She wanted black men in the damn movie. Goddamn mom, a whole black woman, cutie, young looking, she's got a life, career, whatever business, I don't know. She's viral, I tell you that, to where white folks is doing video on it. They don't know why she's censored. Because there was an agenda she was talking about. And they wanted women to go along with the women king. Come on, black woman, you strong, niggas ain't doing shit. And she said that out of her mouth. This is not me saying that. We've been telling you about all this goofy liberal shit, yet y'all wake up over here like I'm the fucking problem, ebony Republicans. And we just keeping it fucking real with you, right? So the industry strikes in boxing. Come on. Fucking Hoffa. Goddamn Hoffa. Local 295, goddammit. You know who Hoffa is? These are good guys. Good old Italian guys. They used to be in control of boxing. Good, not the union or Italian guys. Like the unions are about Italian guys. And I worked for Italians. My shop steward was Italian. Good man. Read it about it in my book. Black Women Rings Around Saturn. Black Women Rings Around Saturn, available on Amazon. Just click on it. You got an account. You got your Kindle all set up for you. And it's free with your subscription there, pal. Huh? On Audible, too. $2.99, goddammit. Good old Kindle. That's some good stuff for you. So just in case, wanted to throw that out there. You don't shit on the people that pay you. And that's including Showtime and possibly PBC. PBC would have to cut a check for Crawford. Give him some money. That's why he wanted Al to open the books. He said, your radio material or TV material wasn't, you're very old school. Thank you very much. I agree. I am very old school, my mannerisms. And because that's the way I grew up. Little kid in New York, 1992, outside, the whole story. 1992, just think of it. Everybody's alive, and it's not even a jet. And you got Mike Tyson and, the stain of Muhammad Ali and the beautiful work of him and the icon. You got Bernard Hopkins. These are the kids I grew up with. My favorite boxer, just so you want to know a little bit about me, was one of my favorite fighters. I knew him personally. And I used to be in the Bronx off of East Tremont. And shout out to my Boricuas, my Puerto Ricans, my Dominicans. You know what to do, but shout out to my Mexicanas, shout out to Mexico. Y'all already know what to do. Earl out here, we in Texas, right? That is Mexican other than Cali. Just so y'all know, the cowboy hat, okay? Mexicans, all right? This is what it do. Now, but man, growing up, there was so many different fighters, just like in wrestling, all that other shit. You had it. You love the sport, Jermaine Taylor, all of these guys. I really, 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 really loved to see them box. They wasn't getting the money that they were getting today, but peoples were fighting. So I grew up in that era. You dig what I'm saying? I was a Holyfield guy, Riddick, all these guys, man. Lennox that's my dude right there, man. And heavyweight, one of my favorite all-time heavyweights is Lennox Lewis. He's a guy from across the sea. I just liked him. He had his dreads going on. He was well-spoken, big nigga, big Lennox, and he took a couple losses, and he proved that you can be you can lose like Muhammad Ali did. You can get touched, and it's not about this fucking circle shit, this O crap. There's a difference between an O and a circle. Did you know that? One is a little wider, one is a little taller. Hit these niggas, just chill. Anyways, so this is where I'm coming from. I'm coming from a guy who been in Brownsville, and I should have stayed in boxing. I know Zab Judah personally. Zab couldn't see me in public and walk right by me. He got to stop. We let you in the door, baby Paul, in Manhattan. We let you in with your homies, with the Damos on God. You heard? So when I'm coming to you talking about Terence Crawford snitched, you did. He didn't tell about no drugs, goddamn guns or nothing like that. He didn't expose the government, but he did share things that some people was nicer about it. They gave him a misdemeanor. They said it was pillow talking. That's a nicer way for saying I lied. Just say I misspoke. Oh, euphemism. All right. That's what they're doing now. Dude, you fucking lied. No, I misspoke. Okay, I'll take it. That's where we are today, guys. I think we'll recover. I think Al wanted this fight so much that he was willing to take a fucking conversation with this guy, Terence Crawford. But if I'm Al Heyman, I would have let Mayweather do it. Unless Mayweather was doing something in the background. I don't like any of this industry shit. Because that's who came at Spence, the industry. Why? He's an independent nigga. Got his goddamn fighter already, promotion. He's got Jerry Jones. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to talk about that. Let me see what Karen says. Oh, crap. Karen said, listen, I wasn't going to read it aloud, but let me just say it. Look. Bull crap. Black on black crime. Hip-hop crime. You need to stop acting like these guys isn't the problem. Okay. I'm not saying that they're not the problem, but I'm talking about the bigger problem. When you go fishing, you don't do it in a speedboat. Check. I've never tried fishing in a speedboat, but I don't think it's a good idea. If you're going to invent some shit, go for it. But nobody's done that since I've been on the earth. And we're not getting to the point. Karen Battle. So the point is this. Bud Crawford snitched about a conversation that he had with several people, specifically Al Heyman. And there's been a narrative, because I got on Al Heyman. Just so you know what's real, I got on Al Heyman's ass when Mayweather came out there talking about the fight, this, that, and the third. I said, what the hell Al doing? They said, don't talk about Al like that. I can name the guys. They didn't say that to me. They respect Al, and they put respect on Al's name, which I should too. But I got mad at Al. Just so you know, I'm not clouded. I think the video's still there. I might have took it down. That's the one with Al got the big old grin. Who the Mayweather think he is? Oh yeah, I was getting him. Y'all remember? Why did they never fight? That's a good question. Why didn't they fight? Marvin Hagler and Mike McCollum. Why didn't they fight? It's a good question. Most of the times it comes down to politics. Where people can say Spence didn't want to fight. No disrespect to Spence, but Spence ain't part of the boxing gods. You don't know that? The people that say you're going to fight, they're going to tell you you're going to fight or not. They're going to tell you who you're going to fight. That's why when you ask most boxers who you fight, and they say, I'll tell you when they tell me. Did you hear what I said? So where does BLK Prime come from with this new shit? If that's the case, no disrespect. Rappers guys wouldn't just be agents, they would have had a promotion company already. Mayweather's job was promoting the fight on his tour. Who do that? That's a conflict of interest. Here's a guy that I beat in sparring, Karen battle. I beat this guy. There's a little bit of back end tension that you may not know about, but we know about it here in Dallas. Okay. And we don't want him on this fight at all. Stay out of it. You can help Terence Crawford all you want on the back end. We don't care. Go help Javante. We don't need your ass promoting a damn fight that ain't even going to happen. So what the fuck was his job to promote what? If Bud wasn't even on board to start with. So what is he promoting? His ass was promoting BLK Prime. That's what the hell he was promoting. Let the church say amen. He was promoting his goddamn sparring match. Okay? Karen. Goddamn time we need some reckless conversations here that hits to the marrow. That's what's going on. Our job was to get the fight assigned after Spence deal. I don't like Bud. Okay, well, Karen, listen, let me help you out. And why don't you bring your ass up here so we can have a good old conversation? But let me just say this. That's what I'm absolutely welcome to come up here. Listen, he says, let's read this again so we can help you understand. He says, our job was to get the fight signed after Spence deal. I don't like Bud. Okay, that was not Al's job to get the fight signed. That's not what Al does. Al is a advisor. Did you not hear that? Excuse me. Did you not hear that? Al Heyman is the damn guy who negotiates in behalf of you. He's your attorney, your CPA, your promoter. In some cases, your financer. Because he puts money up for promotion. Once the other bodies, whether they be the sanctioning body, whether it be Showtime, pay-per-view, or anybody else that's involved with this, the stadium, once we come to a deal, then we all make sure, according and with Spence as well, that the fight gets signed. There's so many counterparts here, so many moving parts. This guy is holding three different sanctioning bodies with him. That's Metro PCS, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Do you understand that? People are a part of his life. They have nothing to do with PBC. Do you understand that? Showtime is a part of Spence, has nothing to do with PBC. Spence is no different than how Rockefeller started out on Universal or any other label that they was with to get started. And they went off to independentize themselves, if you will, and sign other artists legally and legitimately from state property on. This is what Spence is doing. His business acumen is together in the sport of boxing. Terence Crawford is talking boss talk, but you're not getting it done. You're not Mayweather. He had sense enough to hire Leonard Ellaby. It's what I would have done. Hire Ebony Republicans. I'll do the goddamn talking. And if Spence don't like it, I'll correct it. It's called a publicist, a management team, PR people, a whole organization of people on your payroll, not just security. Folks who file things for you. They look over things for you. He ain't had no business looking over no damn contract. And people was trying to be nice about it. Said, you ain't educated in this shit, buddy. They don't want to put a black man down. Make him sound like the nigga can't read. Damn right, Charleston White. They always talk. See, they always see. That's what, man, look. And look, I don't align myself with other people, but I fucks with Charleston. I'll give, people do what they do. I know he's a Republican. He's very controversial. Look at his look. He's out of Texas. That's not my. I'm not with him. He's on Golden Boy. I don't know what he's doing. He had nothing to do with having Republicans. But look at a guy who's most of y'all got to say, look, nigga, we talking some real shit, talking some crazy shit too. But it's always the Republicans that come out with the jab. Look at Kanye. I don't know if he's right or wrong. I don't know what he's got going on. He's a fucking Republican, though. I don't know what Kyrie's got going on. He's not a liberal. He's not a Democrat. He's a conservative. He's a Muslim. I know what I'm talking about. I don't know what everybody else is doing. None of my business. Charleston White, who cares? Well, that's your opinion, Chief. I'm not mad at you. I don't promote him on my channel. I appreciate his opinions as anybody else. And just so you guys know, I'm not a Bud fan, but I like Bud. And I thank God for him in boxing. Bud is a real fucking good guy. I think he's a little misguided. And I think Bob Arum was right. He said, I don't know where his head is. And people who know real boxing, we could probably co-sign Bob on that. I don't know what the hell Crawford's thinking. And you don't have to lie, Bud. There's too much lying going on. Nobody asked you, was you getting 10 million? Why was that even at the forefront of the conversation anyway? When has a boxer come out and tell you, hey, I got 15 million? Oh, we want to see it. That's why niggas was looking for the pay stub, because you said something about it. You care what you got paid. Then when the numbers come out, they say, oh, no, that ain't the numbers. Why that ain't the numbers? It was the numbers the last fight Crawford had. You didn't say nothing about it. And the fight before, all of a sudden, when the numbers come out about this fight, you want us to believe that BLK Prime circumvented the system and gave him a 10. Well, you got to have a receipt, bro. You can't give no American person a currency, fiat money, or whatever else under the Bretton Woods system without the Federal Reserve or somebody, big wigs, knowing about it. Don't give us that bullshit. I don't know who you think you're talking to. It's a bunch of goofy Negroes looking for some leather to be monkey niggas. That's not what this is over here, Chief. Shout out to my nigga Herschel Walker. They clowned that nigga, man. Oh, Herc did that nigga dirty. He was just trying to, nigga don't know shit. Who of us knows something? He's just a football player. He ain't qualified. That's what they taught us growing up, ain't it? Niggas out there throwing the ball, shut up and play. It ain't your job to be no goddamn person of consequence. You know how they talk to us. You just answer questions and make millions and say little shit for the black community and, get lost at other than that. That's what this is about. So you take the industry who's angry at Spence because they can't control him. He's got his own deal going on. And Crawford, who's a goofball, he's messing up relations with all sorts of organizations, including Top Rank, PBC, Showtime. I mean, come on, let's just stop right there. We can keep going, by the way. But who needs to continue? Why are we even here? How did we even get here where you got a problem with Spence, but Showtime's getting fucked over, where they got to say that they're blindside? I don't want to call no names. Where are the Crawford fans now? This ain't no boots section right now. We'll get the boots another time. Why doesn't anybody care about that? Say, okay, the hell with Spence. My bad. We shouldn't have got at Showtime like that. Unless you're trying to say Showtime is in the back pocket of Spence, then those are some more fucked allegations. Because where you get that from? Now, Karen Battle is upset. He said, fuck nigga at Roy. Come on, bro. See, you can tell what channels he belonged to. He don't like that me and Roy is having an intelligent conversation, a couple of black men talking, making some good points and, getting to it. He wants to stop and have a fight break, a horse playing. Come on, Karen. Talk to me. If you're mad with Roy, talk to me. Roy says, I'm not lying down in it. Duck. He said, dude, come at me. Wait, who are you talking to, Karen? Me? Bro, I'm talking boxing. Why don't you bring your ass up here on this panel? Let me get you plugged in. You want me to drop the link again? Now, brother, I only want to have a conversation with you based on the topic. And the topic is Terence Crawford is a snitch. Number one. Number two, Spence will beat Crawford by jab, body work, footwork, and high work rate of over 68 punches, which he averaged about 65, 62. We're going to bring it up to 68. And we're going to beat you with those three keys. We're going to use other things. That's what I want to talk about. So I'm going to drop that link just so you know. And Terence Crawford, they call it pillow talking, snitched. He mentioned stuff that he had no business mentioning between him and PBC, specifically Al Heyman. I'm not going to get into what happened with him and Bob Arum. That's not my business. It's about the contract and lying about what he accepted when nothing was ever signed. So how could you have accepted everything? Just so much goofy shit came out of that to where people was like, And so the cartel, the boxing cartel, I dropped the link. The boxing cartel has to come in there and help clean this up, right? So here comes ESPN, Max Kellerman to the rescue, right? Here comes Tarver to the rescue, right? The guys who are trying to stay relevant, trying to get a little job somewhere commentating. Come on, bring yourself up here, good buddy. We'd love to have you. I just dropped the link again just in case it disappeared or whatnot. But Crawford dropped the ball, and he might have taken boxing back a few steps. He knows I wiped the floor with him. He knows it. This is a class that you don't want to be in with me. You know it. Because I don't mind a little bit of, brawling. But I do like for the audience that are listening, because this is a Republican show over here. I like them to be able to hear us clearly. And not a bunch of rhetoric where you can't even know what the fuck we're talking about. So if you got an educated, realistic, or even crazy, goofy, delusional point to make, I'd love to hear it. He said, we both agree that plus Blue Blood snitched as well. All right, see, I fucks with Karen. I fucks with you. That's my fucking guy right there. All right, Roy, get off his head, Roy. I fucks with him. He said, I agree. He snitched plus Blue Bloods. Now, I don't touch Blue Bloods, but I'll tell you this. Since we're agreeing, and I said this, I made a video. I said, Blue, just in case this shit hit the fan, I would step back a little bit from it. I'm keeping it real with you. He said, Karen, you just walked into the Lions Den. Let him in, though, because we might not bite him. You in the Lions Den, by the way, right? You're in the Lions Den. Listen, Blue Bloods, lions are dangerous. Hyenas are too, and even wild dogs. If enough of them get any one of them, it's going down. But I just want you to understand, had took a lot of punishment. People were saying he snitched. Karen, that. I wasn't going to touch this. I give that to you. People were saying Blue snitched. People were saying Blue was disseminating false information. He was hyping things. He was adding. He wasn't, he was, sort of being mystical and shit. We didn't know where he was coming from. People accused him of switching sides, accepting a bag, selling out. Man, every other negative tag you can think about that they were saying about Blue Bloods, Karen is not lying about that. So here's what Karen, I believe, is saying. He said, I was there when Blue Bloods or BB was lying and giving away money so they can sell pay-per-view. Okay, now, wait a minute. See, Karen, you starting some shit. Karen, you got to see Karen. I fucks with Karen. See, Karen is a real nigga. I give you props. Roy, give him. He said, I appreciate that, Karen. Thank you. Come on, Roy. Yeah, I fucked it up. Hold on. We got to take this apart. Listen. I was on IOTBA fucking with those big boys, got that work, and I appreciate that toy drive you're doing for the community, my king. Keep that shit up. That's the type of shit that I'll be on. Niggas get upset when real niggas who got real lives do shit like this, but we love boxing. We men. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I said that Blue Bloods was gonna sell the majority, and I tagged them recently in this specific piece, the majority of Terence Crawford's pay-per-views. And I believe that. Somebody can tag Blue Bloods if you like. I'm going to say this, and I'm being 100%. I believe that Blue sold the majority of Terence Crawford pay-per-views. That's no knock on him per se. I'm saying without him being of the cabal or the conspiracy or the crazy situation that is BLK Prime, he's part of it. He's like a rogue who joined Magneto or the X-Men. He just went the opposite way. But that's not for me to decide personally. But I can honor what Karen is saying. I don't just bring this at Bud Crawford. You're right. Because I said to Blue, and I don't have the specifics on what Blue is doing over there. I made a whole video. It's still there. And I says, Blue, I don't know what you're doing. And I want to put respect on his name. He knows what he's doing. And not going to get caught up in some goofy shit in BLK Prime. And if something does or should befall them, he can step far away from it and not be held accountable. But a lot of niggas was coming for blood. They said they're going to unsubscribe them. And it opened the door for a lot of newer guys to come in and take shots. I've been watching y'all. Guys been breaking down, putting up charts and everything, showing Blue's comments. He put his foot in his mouth a few times. I think I'll go on the record to say that. But he's in full throttle. So we have to see how this is going to pan out. And I also believe that Blue Bloods is their biggest player. BLK Prime cannot survive without Blue Bloods. There you have it. We both can be right in the same space. Crawford snitched, and he described stuff that he shouldn't have done. Blue Blood was the driver. Come on. I'm not going in on Blue. Y'all know I'm being pretty light here. He was the getaway driver. And he helped Terence fulfill this pathetic fantasy. I only want real niggas in the building, family. Y'all know, and we ain't got to explain nothing because this is the educated bunch. We know that he didn't get 10 million. Don't do shit like that to us. Real niggas where I come from, they might have not even graduated to 5th grade. They may not even have a GED, but they pride themselves on respect and not lying. Rich people who you can say is the devil. Okay, but they don't like lying. Dick Gregory taught me that. They can do as much as shit they doing around the world, but them niggas ain't gonna lie to you. They gonna tell you the way it is. And you can't do a thing about it. I respect Trump for that very reason. Telling the shit just the fucking way it is. Now let me figure out if I like it or not, or you on it. But say it. And Crawford snitched. You did. You should have never, especially on your first independent fight, as it were. Don't even got your shit set up like man down promotion. Just got a damn logo. And he's running around with it on his clothes. I hope you got your funds going into a business account, Terence. And not a goddamn regular checking account. Because don't say that these niggas know better, because that's the stupid shit Adrian Broner did. And you wonder why they freeze your account. Because one, you don't have the correct functionality on it in order to do different things with the account, because it's a regular little personal account. You need to switch over, Chief. to get more access to your money where you can just pull it out the bank like that. Nigga, red flag you every time. This is the goofy shit niggas get in the industry and they figure out once they in some whole shit. And that's what Terence is figuring out. You know he didn't get $5 million, and you know he damn sure. Guys, this shit sound like some old ransom shit. When is the last time you heard a boxer say to you, he said, Roy Dixon, get off my D. Bro, he already said you good, fam. Karen, there's no need to go in now. Bro, we good. We good. This is about Bud. No deflections. Bud, on his first goddamn fight coming out, you wanted to come out, and I would have even went as far as I was Bud to invite Bob Arum to be front row and put some respect on his name and thank the nigga for what he did, and let me walk away from you, though. You don't end business this way. I hope I'm teaching you something out here who's listening to me. You don't get in the industry. I've been in the industry in many different ways, family. In many different, it's all one industry, just so you know. Just like no matter where you go in 50 states, we got one federal law, just so you know. One maritime and admiralty law. It's just one deal. Give a damn what state you're in, pal. This is the federal law. You understand? We're talking boxing law. Business 101. If you want to talk about Terence Crawford, go to Eat Thrillers channel. If you want to talk about Terence Crawford, go to Blue Bloods channel. Go somewhere. Because I'm not going to do that for you. We're not going to surrender because you got a good narrative. So we just joined the Rainbow Coalition. Good old Jesse Jackson. We out there by just bullshitting. Because of ratings, and it's a good cursing match. I have a good box conversation. He said, Bud got cold feet. The time was coming to take that fight, and he froze. Facts. Karen is making facts. There's no way a P4P, pound for pound, boxer would give up undisputed. You're 100% correct. Nobody in their right fucking mind, and this is why I respect my good brother who's a Muslim, and he was just on Fox. Go watch that interview with Tucker Carlson. Mike fucking Tyson, a good old conservative. Y'all don't know who he is. You better ask somebody. Black Republicans, nigga, look them up. Most of them are that they lying to you. Ice-T, a lot of them are good guys out here, pal. You better go check the record, man. Terence Crawford, for all you guys who are coming in now, I'm not calling a man a liar. Won't do that. I don't believe in disrespecting guys like that. But this guy is a pound for pound guy. He's right. He's in that conversation. He froze. Now, here's the difference between me and them. I would have froze too. And if I was Terence Crawford, I won't have no problem telling you, I would not let him fight Spence. We talk all the shit in the world, but I'm not going to let him sign that contract. We'll fight everybody else. Go on and move weight classes. Fuck Spence. If I'm Terence Crawford, people, you're not fighting that nigga. We ain't even made no money with fucking Bud yet. The hell we gonna let him fight Spence and hit 30-something years old, 40-something fights in, going up against this nigga here, or Boots. Why don't y'all see it? Why don't you see it? So we got to give you the numbers then. We got to tell you the business aspect of it. Maybe that might help you make your decision to see why Crawford's running. I'm a guy who believes in leaving my job, but getting another one first. And even if they treated me like shit, I'll still use them as a reference. And I hope my sisters is in here because women tend to be pretty logical. Oh, we're going to get some women's on the panel. You think we just going to be doing a bunch of niggas in here talking about girls like boxing too? And we like girls that like boxing. Don't we? Sure do. I know I do. Basketball, all that good shit. Football, got damn friends over and stuff. Get the damn snacks and shit together. Let's fucking talk. Huh? Terence Crawford dropped the ball and he moved boxing at least 30 steps backwards. I would have respected Crawford if you didn't even use an app. What's the deal with the app? Oh, my bad. 10 million. Here's an app that they didn't even spend. Oh my God. Go get the numbers for them because they're not going to believe this. Did you know how much they spent on that app? Young Pharaoh has a better app than that, I swear to God. And the reason why the people money was returned, it wasn't because wasn't satisfied with the fight. They couldn't the fight. Did y'all know that? That they would get constantly getting kicked out. And when they would come back in, it would freeze. Did y'all know that? See, I don't have the time sometimes because I'm learning to do the stream. I just got to it, the edit and all this other kind of stuff. Sometimes I just don't have the time to do it, but I'm going to make the time. That's why we're doing StreamYards. I'm making the time. Also, check us out on Spotify. Ebony Republicans. Spotify, as I said, make sure you get the book, Black Women Rings Around Saturn. Black Women Rings Around Saturn, available on Audible, which your subscription is free. Other than that, I do believe price. Just like an album or anything else, you know the price. Fucks with it or you don't. We got the Kindle, $2.99, and you got the paperback printed right here in Capel, Texas. Come to you within a day or so through Amazon. Nice, clean, and cut, just like Spence and all the other good people out there who do this. It's about business. I'm not going to shit on YouTube. They can get me mad, shadow ban, whatever they say they're doing out there. I ain't going to say it because I got to do business with them. They took away a channel from me. I haven't come back with a vengeance. Oh, God. If y'all even knew what was on that channel. And I didn't use it to do this at all. It was only about my travels to Africa, my life in Dubai, just other amazing shit, Germany, my book, my conscious teachings and things like that, it was stuff like that. And I just got off that shit. Like, you know what? It's just not enough right now. I don't want to talk about this shit. When you've taught it so long, it's like, fuck, read the book. Okay. I'm not going there anymore. I got other shit to talk about. Shit that I like that doesn't cause me any stress. But right now, it's been stressful in boxing. And people like me who are trying to come back to the NBA or to the NFL or to the boxing world or to sports in general, we don't like this type of shit. And I don't like Zab Judah doing what he's doing right now. Ain't nobody free from this here. Zab, what the hell is you doing anyway? What the hell is this going on? Zab Judah. Now, look, I like Zab. Always have. Somebody pull up the record on Zab Judah for me. Not his boxing record, just his fucking profile. Give me Zab Judah. I know him personally, so I don't. This was just tell me about Zab. Then give me the jacket of not Crawford, this other fucking guy, Adrian Brody. Give me his jacket. Tell me all about him. Military shit. Tell me about him. We got our own info. I want to hear what you got. Tell me about him. What you're going to see is a pattern of fighters who've been in a graveyard, who had mental issues, who had collapses, who left the boxing world in not such a nice fashion. This is who BLK Prom is picking up. Did I stutter? It's black man talking up in this hole. And then they go for Terence Crawford, who his organization says, I don't know where the hell his damn head is. And he's out here lying, talking down on Al Heyman. Could have kept it to himself. I didn't like the way Al did business and leave it that way. We got to read into that. You don't got to give us about his mom and everything. And he, like Al was lying to, oh, yeah, I'm with my mom. I don't have time right now. She's in the hospital. We did not. Al Heyman didn't tell us about that. Why is you telling us about that? And I could just hear y'all out there right now. Well, because he got to let us know that he ain't lying. He really did speak to Al. That's the only reason why he did it. I don't care why he did it. Mayweather, they never tell us about his mother. We didn't hear about Al's mother. We didn't even know she was alive or not. It's not our business. The hell are you talking about his mom for? The hell is it's just so messy. He said 10 million from a company with 13 bankruptcies, preaching 5 million assets with a full card and arena. Lucky for us, Crawford will have to reveal his pay-per-view numbers to Spence to get a deal, right? Just like running for president, pal. You gotta give us your numbers. What's your taxes like? Crawford didn't have to lie. And that's what Spence said. And that's what I like about him. And James, simple, manly answers, answers. The basic shit you can understand. He said, look, man, going down the damn escalator, Spence says, listen, man. To me, man, you got to make the money. You need a tune-up. Do you, baby Paul? We can kind of stay cool. You know what I'm saying? We alumni dudes in this sport, like Crawford, what's his name? Bob Arum said. He said these guys are alumni brothers. They're journeymen. You know? We don't have to do this. I like the Terence Crawford that was talking to Spence, talking about Bob Arum wanted to sign him. He was reasonable at that time. But just understood it was just boxing. It was about talking your shit. It was about the gold chains. It was about, you know. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. People talking about he taking the easy road. Crawford took the easy road, not with Spence in general. Then he came up to 147 thinking he going to run that shit. And it's like, wait, Earl Spence is up there. Oh, let me go grab the WBL from Jeff fucking Horn. Listen to this here. Then I walk my baby nuts around talking about what I did in the lightweights. They don't give a shit about that, fam. If you want to fight me in the lightweights, then you bring that shit up. But if you want to fight me in the 147, nigga, tell me about what you got now with that little WBO, sucker. What care about that? I said I'm the best 147. I didn't say I was the best, divisional boxer, nigga. I said I'm the best at this time, 147. What part don't you understand? I'm the big fish at welterweight. What part of that don't y'all understand out there? I never said Spence had a better divisional record than Pacquiao, than even Thurman. I never said that. There is nobody who's ever laced up the gloves at welterweight, nobody, past or present, that is going to, when he end his career, be the marvel in Earl the Truth Spence Jr., also with his crazy, heroic, or whatever you want to call it outside life. Spence, when we go back and talk about what a jab is, ask Teddy Atlas. When we go back and talk about what is body work, what my father and my grandfather, who introduced me and you and all you little niggas out here talking crazy, us to boxing, what did they like when they had just the two hands in the sky fighting and boxing? Men out there, with wives and shit losing their teeth, boxing, talking boxing. Every genre we get in, we talk some reckless hood shit. Basketball, boxing, football. We talking sport. Leave it at the door. Bring your stat sheet, your index cards. Bring your desktop, your tablet. Tell me about boxing. Don't tell me about who's drinking, who's on child support, what bitch or woman or man nowadays is having relationship problems with the boxer. We don't care about it. What I'm talking about is right and wrong. Terence Bud Crawford handled the PBC wrong. He talked about personal conversations that should have never been on social media. It was private business. Now, Al's not being a bitch talking about you. Nigga, it's cool. Cease and desist. We ain't got to do that. Because Al's smart enough to know not to even say much to Crawford. That's why I spoke to him over the phone. And, Crawford's not being realistic. Now, just think about it. I'm an employer who you're coming over here to talk to. Your previous employer, you took to court. I don't know what went wrong. That's not my business as PBC. But you walk your baby nuts over here and you talk shit about me and you think I'm not going to think what they were saying was right with Bob Arum? Eddie Hearns is saying you are delusional to say you can make more money in Europe. Go listen to it. It was what, 30 days he just said that? These men are saying, Crawford, you're out of there. Your pay-per-views are not up there. Eddie Hearns said it. You're lying. He said it might have did 10. If we're going to not lie about it and not throw the corporate media out 120, 250 views and all this kind of crazy shit. Like niggas out here is goofy. They playing with us, fam. That's the only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying, because I don't appreciate it. You're making us look like this is a low budget sport. And yes, sports have these issues. Problems with drugs, steroids, crime, making weight. This is the story of sports, man. But that's why we love it, because we're men and women, but we're mainly men. The majority of the numbers say it's more men. We don't fight each other, but these people are paid to entertain us. Can't we at least in good faith? If anybody would ever say, what does Ebony Republicans believe? Just keep it nice and simple. He believes that Spence has the best jab, and we believe Crawford can't take it away because of the body work. Top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom. This is a problem. And the third issue is, I believe, Spence is big and strong, and he will bully, push, move, and sort of cause you to go in the direction I want you to go in. It's like if I say to myself, just understand me, I'm going to walk up to you while you're not paying attention. I'm going to punch you in the chest. My calculations tell me you're going to back up at least 1 or 2 feet. Before you back up the 1 or 2 feet, I'm going to already sweep your leg. So it's going to be like boom, boom, pop. That's the way Spence fight is. What you never understood what I was trying to tell you. This is why Kenny Porter is trying to tell Bud. This is what Clarissa Shields said. He has a strange, strong high guard. She said his footwork is somehow lined up with his power, and he pushes you, and you don't even notice until it's happening. He's deliberately putting you in positions. He's telling you where to be on the court so I can hit you. When does a boxer had that? Ever since the damn 80s. That is fucking skill customado shit. It's not something we've seen in a while. We got all this dribbling and Harlem Globetrotter shit going on. Switch hitting and, dancing. And Spence is just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You in the third round. Your kidney, earlobe, and back of your ear hurt. Breaking you down round by round. You got 2 more in your butt? Come on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Is somebody going to stop this fight? But a tremendous fighter. We want to see him keep going after this. He's taking brutal punishment. Too many shots to the body. He can't stop the jab. He can't even switch. We don't know what hand Bud is on. And the pressure is on. Y'all know it, and I know it. It would be unreasonable for a Spence fan, a Crawford fan, a Boots fan, or a Thurman fan to believe that Earl Spence Jr. would get in the ring with Terence Crawford and not knock the shit out of him. I never said dropped him, beat him, knock him out cold, but rock his shit. It would be unreasonable for me as a Spence fan to believe Terence Crawford ain't gonna catch us with some cold shit. Stun a nigga. You okay? All right. It would be unreasonable. What I'm asking you guys is, when Crawford finally gets hit with that shot, are y'all ready to deal with the consequences now? Can you handle that? Now, are you thinking, what did I get myself into? Why did I do this? What was the purpose? What did I have to prove? You already, as you say, this guy who's got all these belts in different weight classes. Why you want to come up here with me? You just trolling, clout chasing? using me to help power your other fights? Roy said, Karen, this is supposed to buy his channel running with no narratives, facts. That first body shot to Bud from Spence will let him know Bud was come on, bro. Bud was protected. It's facts. It's facts, guys. Guys, guys, guys. Let me tell you something. And this I respect Sugar Shane Mosley. And I respect all fucking boxers. And I love Deontay Wilder because he care about it. He just knocked the nigga out talking about, I don't know if he gonna be the same. That's a good black man. And I don't like when niggas make fun of niggas like that. I'm educated, but I love every single type of black man. Straight up. You know, some of the best fighters out there sometimes has a lisp. Sometimes they're not the great communicators or the best speech guys. All they've known was boxing. From the time that they was a child, like Tyson. You know, they always made fun of his speech, his voice, and this and that, and he was uneducated. Fuck that. He's very educated now. Right? But I respect the guy who doesn't mind getting his ass whipped and still think he's the goddamn greatest. I don't care who beat Tyson. Ain't nobody can tell him that he can't beat anybody. He believes it. Charlo took an L. Goddamn his belts. What's wrong with Bud or Spence? Y'all can't get in there, lose and win, come back and do it again. Give us a fucking fight. Here they go. Oh, so you know Spence is bullshit. No, he ain't. And you know he ain't. Now we're going to end this broadcast here pretty soon. And what I want y'all to take away from is this. Terence Crawford snitched. He snitched to the public. God knows who he told in private. Probably all of the conversations. He probably recorded it. Send it over to Blue just in case anything goes wrong. Karen says, don't blame it on Bud only. Blue blood snitched too. So people don't lie and say, oh, every Republican said you a snitch. I never said Blue Bloods was a snitch. Karen did. But I did agree with Karen that Blue Bloods was the getaway driver. He was involved while Crawford was lying. That's what we agreed on. And I stand by that. Terence Crawford snitched. If he slept with his wife to prove a point and he said what they were doing in the bedroom, he snitched again. I'm not accusing him of a misdemeanor. I'm saying he's a snitch. Business-wise, he's a snitch. People are not going to trust you to have intimate conversations with you because they can come back and not in a pleasant manner. The only reason why Spence doesn't go off on him because he wants this fight. He wants to call him a snitch, a piece of trash. He wants to defend Al Heyman. But I'm sure Al said, bro, don't go there. I didn't make it little baby guys like Crawford. My name is solidified. I'm Al Heyman. Crawford, Spence, yeah, you're right. I already know that. You're right. Facts. I'm not going to fall into this shit. The shit show. And this is what Crawford does. When he can't bait Spence or Charlo in, so he can create a narrative to build another bridge over the water so he can escape the fighters, he comes up with lies. He comes up with slander. But this is not good for you. Your career, as good as you are, did y'all know that if Bud takes 1 or 2 losses, you know he can fall through the cracks of guys who was almost that good? Did you know that can happen to him? If you don't believe me, ask one-time Keith Thurman. Thurman is 1 fight away from not being as good as people thought he was if he lose another or at least 2 more. or he just gonna retire early. Become a gatekeeper, like they calling him. He doesn't like it. I don't blame you. But we got to call a spade a spade. At this time, you are a gatekeeper, Chief. The only way you get out of gatekeeper status is when somebody come to visit you, you make them stay and watch the gate while you get the fuck up out of there. So whoever you beat becomes the new gatekeeper. But somebody of consequence. It can't be just, the guy he just fought, Thurman. He's no gatekeeper, man. You have to beat one of the guys. Boots. I'll even give you, I'll give you Ortiz. You beat Virgil Ortiz, you back. I'll give it to you. Because him and Boots is the next top gunners. The only way back, you have to step over alligators, bro. Thurman has the worst way back to the top. You have to fight at least 3 guys that can beat you. Where you need to get. There's no other way out of this. It's not back in the day where you can go to Danny or you could run to Ugas or Sean can bail you out. That shit is over. Either you're going to fight Thurman, you're going to fight Spence and lose. You got to fight Boots and possibly lose. Fight Crawford and possibly lose. He has the hardest way back. The next, Spence. Spence is about to ascend into super mega star status and will go down in the annals of history as the greatest 147-pounder. I believe he's stubborn and crazy. I believe he is not going to leave until he kills Terence Crawford in the ring. He's not going to move up. He's willing to fight off any foe that would come next to this goddamn throne, and that includes you, Boots. If you don't back the fuck off, go do something. Let me have this right now. I'm a lion and you a lion. I respect you, but I'm eating this fucking meal. I may leave you something left over, but you gotta go. Because if I get up and we fight, it's going to be another deal. That's what we're talking about. But if Boots, he want to get involved with this and help Terence Crawford run, these guys want to line up to protect this cat, we'll take them all one by one. I ain't going to tell you we don't need to fight lower risk, high reward. Fuck that. We got enough rewards. We got our promotion all set up. We're about to get a deal with Haynes. We heard this wanting to talk with Armor All. Under Armour, excuse me, not Armor All. That ain't a bad idea either. They got money. But Under Armour, they want to talk with Spence. We're going to get our money. And we're going to be set up for when we leave boxing. We don't got to even talk about what we're going to do. We ain't going to have to commentate like, yeah, we got it coming. Got the AT&T Stadium. I get some money. I'm a 100% lifetime cowboy. I'm with Jerry. Got a good 5 fights in me that I could take with no problem. And I could think about my retirement. I told you, this is the new boxing. It ain't a bunch of niggas fighting to 1,000, years and, they leave out the game broke on top of that. No, we talking about niggas get under 40 fights, walking away with about 60 million and open up your goddamn gyms and your get your memorabilia and everything and your merchandise and live your fucking life with your family. Don't kill yourself, lose your goddamn life over this shit. Get your fucking money, give the fans so we can put some respect on your name in public opinion and get your ass out of here and let the other niggas get in here. Got Calderon coming up here. A lot of young niggas coming up. Devin's ready to have the spotlight. Javante already got it. We got time for Boots right now and Crawford. Look at me. You want to bet I'm getting more than 10 million, Crawford? Javante Tank Davis? Huh? What somebody said something? Somebody said something? Okay, just checking. Y'all all right? Everybody making more money than Crawford and Boots together. But Boots done picked it up. I got to put some respect on Boots' name. He finna get back in the thing now. He'll be fighting somebody in no time. Some people want him to fight Crawford. I don't think it's going to happen. And to be honest with you guys, the 147 it's not going to be. The year of boxing will be in the 140 and the 135. The welterweight is dead. The only one that can resurrect it is Spence. Nobody wants to see. Name one guy you really want to see at 147. Come on. Tell me. Don't bullshit me. Who you want to see him fight? Stop it. Spence is the only guy that can announce a fight tomorrow. Never suck at us. We know whoever the hell he announced, oh boy, we got a fight on our hands. Now, what about Crawford? Oh, shit. This nigga fighting. Oh, look at Thurman. Oh, God damn it. This is some bull. We got to get through this agonizing shit. Have you ever said that about Spence? Even the Mikey Garcia fight. Did you ever, when was the last time you said, I bet you it hadn't been 5 years. Look at this Spence doing. But when is the last time we all said that about Crawford? When is the last time you said that about Thurman? Oh, damn, these niggas taking fights. Niggas don't want to. What the fuck are they? They're fucked up. They need Spence at 147. He could shit on the whole industry and bounce. Fuck y'all. Going to 154. Y'all play too much. And nobody ain't going to think nothing of it. Because the new guys are coming. Haney's got a lot of stuff going on right now. Teofimo, he don't know what the hell he's doing. But he still got more power than Bud. He took away some of them sales from Bud. Glenn Cobbs can sell more than Bud. No matter how you look at it, Bud is, look, I'm disgusted with the WBO. This is sad. I'm never going to like that belt. I don't even want that belt. I swear to God, I would fight for that belt and give that shit away. I don't want that fucking belt. That belt ain't doing shit. It ain't worth getting it. What blood is on that belt? What champion is on that damn belt in a long time? What real, true champion is whooping niggas' ass with that belt? Bud, you disappointed me. I expect to see you and Spence both whipping everybody's ass at this here. Whoever get to him first, get him. And then we meet up in the middle. We keep this bitch clear. We're the gatekeepers, goddammit. That's what I thought Bud was going to do. But every time I turn around, Spence is going in against the champion. He's going against somebody who's 40-0 at the top of the food chain, no matter the what type of. Mikey Garcia was at the top of the food chain. That nigga's a pay-per-view star. You crazy? That nigga got a huge following. That shit is lucrative for my wife. Y'all niggas gonna want to see me fight Canelo Alvarez. I can't get it right now, but my wife is happy I fought Garcia. If you Spence, here you go, baby. We got this here money. That's what this is about. That's what y'all forget. And that's what Bud is messing up on. There's no way any of y'all in y'all right mind could have said to yourself, Bud would have came out with a little bit of money. Because if he would have fought Spence and they bullshitted him, then was the time to open the books and talk about where my money. And on the second one, after you beat Spence, I want the lion's share. I want 90-10. Now let Spence figure that shit out. But you would have been clear. In a court of public opinion, Terence Crawford would have been a fucking G and single-handedly brought the entire boxing world back and would have surpassed Mayweather. Not only did you become undisputed, Mayweather did not. You did this shit at welterweight too, nigga. You are a motherfucking G and my favorite boxer of all times. You could have did that, Bud, but you decide to be a damn fucking fool. And you think that some of these YouTubers got the hands to box with me to come clear your fucking name? You're out of your mind. You or Womack better come do it, because I need to know, why did you fuck over Showtime? Why did you tell, lie, and slander the PBC? Why couldn't you just conduct yourself as a businessman? Why did you put the 10 million? I want to ask you that. Who put that damn 10 million out? Because I don't think it was Mayweather. Spence didn't do it. On PBC, only your niggas had to do that. Why'd you do it? What was the point? What did you assume was going to come from this? Why the hell did you sign the PBC? BLK Prime? And did you know about the record that is public of their finances and their business dealings? Did you know anything about it? I want to ask him real tough questions. What do you think about that? Why did you sign one fight and talk about you coming back to BLK Prime? What is it, the return of Terence Crawford? What kind of game do you think you're playing? Oh, but that works for those guys out there, the lunatics who like to argue stupid points instead of some real goddamn points. Now, look, I done opened up the StreamYard. Let's take a minute. Let me throw the link back in there. I offered everybody, and I didn't even mind at this point some of the Boots guys coming in here talking crazy. Come on in here. I dropped the link. This is the third time. Well, the first, second, yep, this is the third time. I'm going to drop the link again. And I offered any of these Bud Crawford fans who stay in my chat talking about stuff that I myself cannot figure out. And I think I'm a pretty logical guy. I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. And when I ask them, please give me some tangible, solid analysis, opinion, just something logical for me to grip onto and then come back at you with something else. I can't even get that. So I find myself doing the same bullshit, sitting here going back and forth with people on stupid topics, drinking and Mo3 and everything that doesn't have to do with boxing, his girlfriend and who else he hangs out with, and Trap Boy Freddy and all this other kind of stuff, and Yellow BZ. I don't care about that. That's for Charleston White to do. That's for guys who talk about people's. That's for them to do. We're talking about people's boxing careers. Do you understand the difference? Can you make the distinction? Can you comprehend phonics what I to my mouth? I honestly can say it in Spanish. Is that too much to ask? Y'all gonna have me move this conversation to my Spotify where I get a bigger audience. While we going right here too. National, worldwide. I guarantee you, only a matter of time before this boxing channel gets to a point where we can defend the points that needs to be talked about, because there is too much muddying of the water. There's too much oil in this water. You're killing off all of the people who love boxing in the ocean. A lot of people done left already. Went on to other shit. Crawford has to lose his O. That's the only way he'll fight any. Come on now. Now, come on now. This is what I'm talking about. There are common sense people here. China's X. China X. You are 100% right. The only way Bud Crawford will be willing to fight anybody before somebody else fights them is if he takes a loss. Something happens to you. And when TCU lost that 13th game after we cleared the division and went straight with no losses for our entire season, when it came to that with conference finals, we lost. And I didn't like it, but it humbled us all. We went on to win and beat Michigan. See, sometimes an L does not define you. Mike Tyson, Bernard Hopkins, Roy Jones, Muhammad Ali have all demonstrated to us. Sonny Liston, all of these great men in boxing have demonstrated to us that a loss builds character. Okay? A loss builds character. It makes you better. You're not embarrassed. Look at my good brother who went on to become a great businessman. George Foreman. His loss didn't prevent him from making money. It didn't prevent him from being a great analyst and a great trainer and a great, boxing Hall of Famer. That's what we're telling you. Somebody lied to you, boxers, and they think that we want you to keep an L. If not, we move you to the palace, find the next guy with an O. I don't give a fuck about a 0. I don't care. If Spence takes a 0, I'm still with him. You got 2 or 3 more fights to show me what you got. I didn't lose faith in Thurman. He's still my top 3 boxer, Keith Thurman. So if there's any Thurman fans in the building, shout out to you. I fucks with Thurman. And I put respect on his name because there's nothing better than actual real men that are masculine. We respect the nigga that take an ass whooping, get up and shake the nigga that beat his hand, have a beer, and if you ever want to fight again, fight the guy. Don't sneak him and try to do all this and hit him with a bat and a crowbar. Fight the guy. Just like my favorite movie, The Quiet Man. Niggas fought over his sister marrying this nigga, and that's my wife, that's my pussy. We gonna fight. And they welcomed him into the family. You're a true Irishman now. with Micheline Flynn and all them boys. Nigga John Wayne, on God. That's seriously. It was about the Marcus of Queensberry Rule. Go check out that movie, The Quiet Man. I love that movie. My favorite movie, on God. That movie is hard. Where boxing originated. Them niggas fought about 2 hours in the street. Niggas stopped to drink beer and everything. Talk about the weather, their family. Then he said, hey, what time? Knocked that nigga right in his motherfucking tooth out. In the middle of the fucking bar. Went outside, niggas fighting down in the ocean. Stopped. They had to go to mass. Prayer was over. They went out there and got back to fighting. The entire town watched that shit. A real fucking fight with respect. That's what I took from that movie. That's what I see in Spence. It's not just that he can put on some gloves and punch a fucking niggas lights out and break their orbital bones. I like that the guy's a businessman. He's pushing other fighters. The guy is working hard. He's made his mistakes. He's a black Negro like you and me who's got some fucking money like every other rapper and gets into out. And you know what? He repented. He's moving forward. He's doing great. He's got good people behind him. He's the people that make the money and the boxing guards, they got faith in him. He's never disrespected them, put him down, even if he didn't appreciate things that was going on. He showed integrity. People like stuff like that about you. Might not like your voice or the way you look, but nigga, I respect your business. Men used to be like that. We spit and shake on it. You don't lie, I don't lie. You got a family, I got a family. You got a wife, I got a wife. You a man, you a king, you like your children and your beer, me too and my guns. I ain't gonna shit on you, nigga. For what? We got away from that, though. In conclusion, Terence Crawford, if you're listening, the only way you redeem yourself is in these negotiations that's going to go on quietly. I don't know what you thought, but by April 16th, if you sign the contract, we'll announce the fight and a promotion that more than likely is going to take place in June. Maybe have a 6-week training camp. You just came off a fight. Spence is ready to go. Perfect example. Who loses and came back. Travis Robinson, what's going on, baby? And whipped ass and built character. But I just said that. You're right, bro. Jamel Charlo was Spence stablemate Jamel Charlo. Brother, now I don't know this man. He's not a paid actor. It's just men who don't even know each other can come to a reasonable conclusion. That Jamel Charlo is a perfect example how you can take a loss, come back, defend your loss, come back, become the undisputed and king of your entire division of more than 30, 40 different guys. You're at the top of the food chain. And in many cases can jump the line in any other division you go to. You got a great trainer, great stablemate, and you got a good head on your shoulders. This is what we're talking about. This is boxing restored. Guys fighting the guys. Gervonta Davis is my hero. He's fighting the guys. I respect it. And I believe Devin Haney is of that brass. I believe Devin Haney will take dangerous fights. Honestly do. And I got respect Ryan Garcia's name. He's proven to me too. You don't got to go in here with Tank Davis. You almost got a bigger following with him than him. Or at the same par level, just about. You can start taking some back corners and back streets if you want. Or you can do the G stroll. Because if you beat Gervonta Davis, I'm going to tell you now, listen at this here now. That guy going to catapult himself to the new Golden Boy. He will be the new Golden Boy of Golden Boys. If he beats Tank Davis, Gervonta Davis is Ryan Garcia is going through the roof. That will be the biggest upset in the last 10 years. And I'm going to do a video on that. I'm going to drop that link one last time just in case somebody want to come up here and talk that shit. And guys, if you're having any trouble, Gmail me at Ebony Republicans. Keep me on the Gmail because we keep that Gmail open. So at some point, have it all connected and ready to go. We're going to make it do what it do, though. You heard? Let me know if you have any trouble with the link. I don't require that you show your face. I know some people do. I really can care less if you do or you don't. I just ask people to just keep it real with a brother. And, you know, that's what I'm taking my time for. I'm not coming up here to argue, bro. I know the different channels. If I want to go and have stupid arguments, I know where those channels are. I'm not interested in that. I really would like to know what Terence Crawford peoples believe. What do you see for him in the next fight or the next 3 fights? Financially, how do you think he's going to continue in this vein? It doesn't make sense. And if you think that this is just people who don't like him, then that means there's a lot of people. Why can't you believe there's people who don't like his business ways and people who are neutral who don't, from what they can see, it shit don't make sense to them too? Why can't that be something that you can understand? Why is it that you believe that this you guys are the conspirators, not us? You don't see the industry lining up with us. Max Kellerman and all these boys. You don't see them coming to defend us. The people that you see defending us is people who we beat up, or we at least one. You see them coming out and they talking for us and their trainers, like Ishmael Salas. Wait till you see him on the thumbnail when we drop this video. He put respect on Spence's name. These are the type of people who we're going to take something from. And they're not talking crazy. So who gives y'all the right to talk crazy and act like this is some situation that's just, a PC collapse and fuck up and Spence is on some bullshit? We're not having it, guys. You got to do better than that, man. Go back, do your homework. I suggest watch some videos, man. Don't be too prideful. Get you a little index card. Write down your little points. Take a look at both fighters, man. Take a look at their resumes. And stay in the 147. Most of y'all are not going to want to do that because you need to go back down in the lower weight classes to tell me about what Crawford did before he got to the 147. And the only one bad thing about this channel is we don't care about what Crawford did before 147. Isn't that effed up? I'm sorry to tell you. I don't know who you can talk about this record and other stuff. I don't care if it's not 147. I'm only a 147 guy. I like other divisions and stuff, but I don't give a shit about them. Not even a heavyweight at this time. I am 147. 147. And Spence is the greatest 147 we have ever seen. It's going to get to a point where everybody is going to have to acknowledge that this man is unbelievable. And shouts out to the people who went against him, who had enough gall to tell the truth of what they seen, heard, and felt, and not bullshit it like Sean Porter back and forth. You know what you felt that night, bro. And that was an unfocused Spence who got into a car wreck after that. And before that, his lifestyle was not really nice. People didn't appreciate his outside life because it was sort of interfering with boxing. As you saw, he left us for a little while to straighten his life out. And he's back, and you think we're going to let you continue to try to hold this man to some goofy ass back in the day crap? He says, subscribe, brother. Enjoy the content. People don't understand Spence different. I think he beats everyone at 147 right now. That's what I'm trying to tell him. That's all I'm saying. I did not mention 154. I didn't mention 140, 135. I didn't mention 160 or 168. I said at 147, there's not a soul right now who can beat Earl the True Spence Jr. Let me finish reading this comment, and we're going to end on this. He said, subscribe, brother. Enjoy the content. People don't understand Spence different. Very. I think he beats everyone at 147. Me too, right now. Absolutely. Spence even said if he can come down to it, he would even fight Jamel. Did you hear what he said? Let's end on generated. Did you hear what he said? He said, Spence said, if he could fight Jamel Charlo, he would. You remember him saying that. I remember him saying that. And I appreciated it. I didn't think he was shitting on his friend and talking crazy. I said, here's a guy who believes in fighting as a sport, not as a personal vendetta to fight some niggas, fuck them up, you know, just be a bully. No, it's just a sport. It's a sport. That's why he said I would even fight my stablemate. Yeah. Give the fans a good fight. 150, 154. Now, I'm not going to calculate who beats who at 154 because I don't talk 154. And I don't want to see that fight. But if I do see it, I gotta go with Spence. But my claim to fame was 147. Nobody can beat Spence at 147. Nobody more damage at 147 than Spence. And all he need, just so all y'all know, my boxing fans, my Republicans, if Spence happens to grab that strap, the WBO, and he manages to become the undisputed, do you realize he would have passed Mayweather? Please come argue it. I don't care what Mayweather did in his divisions. The reason why he ended his career at 147, you know why. It's the prize. The same reason why Manny ended his career, because it's the prize. And you know all the greats that come at that weight class. What I'm saying is Earl the Truth Spence Jr. at 147 beat any boxer present and in the past at 147. See, in about 20 years, when you go back and look at his fights and me and you is old, you'll start to see him like Sugar Ray and like Marvin and all of them because they'll be old now. But right now, you're watching him and you don't see the Lifetime Achievement Award that he's going to get because we're busy looking at the drinking, hoping some goofy shit happens, some shootout with the Trap Boy Freddy or some crazy shit, some shit with the Migos. I mean, we always get away from boxing. And what I have been trying to tell you, while this man is at his peak, there is no boxer at 147 or anywhere that has a better jab. Bevo, I like his jab in the top 3. I like his jab. I love his jab. Bevo, remember that. In the top 3 jabs. Zach B, what's up, baby? Salute. I'm giving Bevo top jab. Salute, brother. I really like your content. I too like Spence, not because he's Spence, but because I love the style of boxing. Let me say that again. He says, I really like your content. I too like Spence, not because he's Spence, but because I love his style of boxing. Period. Salute, and I'm subscribed. These are actual regular tax-paying, boxing-loving fanatics who take time away from their wives, their family, their jobs to listen to crazy motherfuckers like you and me who are just giving their fair, equal facts credit report on what they see in boxing right now. These people are supposed to be silenced and told your opinion don't match. You just got here. You know all the insults. You're gay. You're aerosexual and all this other goofy shit. Like, fam, I just met you like 18 seconds. How you just gonna come at me like that, bro? Like, for real. Like, how you doing, though? You hurt? I'm trying to get down to making a simple point so we can bring boxing back. And I could do this with other boxers like Gervonta Tank Davis. I don't know what I think about him because he's my second fighter. That is a dream. I've never seen nothing like him. And I believe he has the potential to pass Mayweather too, with less fights. See, Mayweather did something that was interesting in our lifetime. We was used to, when we hear about the greats, they had 50 fights as minimum. But normally they had about 69, 63. Pacquiao was the last of a dying breed. He had, 70, 90 something fucking fights? Okay, we're talking about the old world. Mayweather just kept a 0 for 50 fights. Cherry picked his way there. Don't take nothing away from him. He did that. If you're going to cheat the game or, make your way through it, I respect you. Did he lose to Earl Spence in sparring? You damn right. We whipped that ass. And see, that is one of my caveats or my secret weapons when niggas start too much value in chess. I asked them, and I can dig up not a lot of stuff out there because did you know that he had, I don't want to say signed an agreement, but no one was supposed to tell. That's why no one did for years about what took place in that gym. It was only because people wasn't believing in what Spence really is that people have to shoot on it and say, yo, hold on, wait, no. Spence? That nigga right there? Well, yeah, he kind of, he gave Mayweather the business. Did they not? That's who I just want you to consider when you consider Terence Crawford beating this man in the stupid fashion that you're saying. When is the last time, I don't care if he came from jail or the toilet, when is the last time you heard anybody giving Mayweather work and sparring? I'll wait. Other than Earl Spence. Now, I'm going to believe Bozy Ennis. I'm going to believe Ishmael Silas. And I think everybody listening here would agree with me that they agree that these men I just named, they got credibility. They've put out champions. They've put out promotions. They've been all around the world. Their life is boxing, sometimes taken away from their own family. They out here, Freddie Roach, all these boys. If they're saying that Spence, whether they switch their opinion or not, because that happens, that means boxing is good when you can switch and not feel a way about it and then tell why I switched. We got a lot of people, but somehow on the way up, we got to get called all kinds of names and just to tell a fair point of what you think qualifies you for scrutiny versus the people who are doing underhanded shit, telling you what you see, you don't see, telling you what you just read and what you discovered, what you looked up is not there, telling you the views that you know got, the money that they, listen, this is magic, hocus pocus. We're going to have 6 fights. Why does everything that come out of BLK Prime has to sound outrageous? Be it true or not. But why does it sound outrageous? You know why? Because nobody you know has ever talked about some crazy shit like that. 5 million up front and 5 more after the fight. Plus you got 2 million according to your pay stub. Plus, according to y'all, 120 pay-per-views. You do the math at what, $40 a fight? What did he got out of that? We're going to end right now, but I want you to walk away thinking about this. They are determined to make you see what's not there. That's usually politics. To come up here and campaign on some shit you know you ain't going to do. Why are you even lying, fam? We prefer you just to keep it real and say, look, I ain't got shit lined up, but I tell you what, I take some suggestions. Okay. I'll be the first one in line like Ice Cube. Well, here's my wish list. Whether you do it or not, I don't give a shit, but at least I got an opportunity to tell you what it is. I don't know, guys. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section, man. Shoot me an email if you like. For the next show, I'll put up a schedule for the week on the community channel when we're gonna do a show. We'll continue to drop the links. I'm new to doing these StreamYards. I've had it for a while, just never felt like doing it. I've been real busy. It just was easier just to make a quick video and upload it while I'm eating. I decided, you know what? Let's talk to people, and I want people to actually tell me the delusional stuff that you're texting, so other people can hear it. I'm an Audible guy. I like to hear the book, so I can visualize what you're trying to tell me. You check out my book, Black Women Rings Around Saturn. Black Women Rings Around Saturn, available on Amazon. With your subscription, you can get it on Audible. There's a 3-minute sample up. This is a great book. Inside the book, the moon and the sun is a spaceship, and they're fighting over the control of the earth. Meanwhile, we think it's the corporations, pharmaceuticals, the white man, the goddamn Shriners and everybody else, and the white man is the devil and everything. Meanwhile, the damn moon is the damn aliens and mothership and the sun and all that kind of stuff. So obviously, it's a sci-fi book, dropping some knowledge in there. We talk about New York, train, smoking weed, crack, bitch hoes. School and life and astral projection and diner and old school music. Time, what all that good shit is in there. So go check it out. It's a good gift. It's paperback is $7.99, printed right here in Capel, Texas, or wherever they're gonna print it from, because Amazon is everywhere. And get it from your local state. You can check it out, but it's there, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for participating. I appreciate it, listening to the different points. Whether I agreed or not, it was great to have a discussion. That's what a discussion is. It's not for you to find all of the buddies online who agree with you. That's not, at least that's not the way this is supposed to work. Let me read this last comment. Roy says, this was a very good live chat. Thank you very much. There's lots of information. Thanks. I did know much. Hey, man, that's what we all here for. Guys, we out of here. Peace. Happy New Year.